I want to bring to the notice of this house that sometime in 2020, that an issue came up. And that issue was the public works program. We all welcomed it with open hands because this is something that will help our people. Today we are talking about paying 8,000 to some people to make sure that it will alleviate poverty. Then it was the amount of 20,000 to 1,000 persons across the 774 local governments, which my local government is part of it. And I'm sure your local government is part of it. And today, 1,000 per each local government minimum, 20,000 naira, has a great multiplier effect that will make our people cushion so many effects that would have led our people into a very greater height. But what really happened? At a point, we wanted to carry out our responsibility because if some people can use the instrumentality of law, which they find themselves within their confines of their own authority, to advance for all their justices, why can't we use the instrumentality of the legislature to support our people and help the populace, which we represent? Then, at that point, we invited the nominee because this thing has been a subject of controversy and public debate, which I don't know. We wanted to know and give him fair hearing. Please tell us, because it's now within our own confines authority to know what happened to our constituents. Say, please come and tell us what really happened. What is the structure? What are the indices you are using to carry out this thing? Because our people will hold us responsible and accountable. And when he was invited, what we are talking about is a 52 billion naira appropriation, and the right of appropriation resides on the legislature. That is our right. And I know quite well that the right of oversight resides on us because we have to hold you accountable for whatever thing we appropriate to you. It is our right. And when he was invited, he expressly told us, to the public, that we want to hijack his role. That we want to blackmail us, that we are corrupt, that we want to hijack his role. And I know that he midwifed the process. Nobody's against that. He midwifed the process, and this falls within his own area of operation as the junior minister for labor and employment. Highly welcome. And not only that, he went as far as in the public line to say that when he was asked, which indices did you use to gain this? He said, in quote, they are not from the moon. That was too arrogant to answer Nigerians that way. Because we're talking about what we support and help our people. That is why we are here. Anything outside that, I'll walk away from this chamber. My interest, your interest, and the interest of everybody is our people. That is why we are here. Not whatever thing any person is saying. And today, we need to find out, Mr. Senate President. Nobody is stopping him from being glad. No. And I'm happy the way the president has sent so many people, great people here. We have questioned them, passed through the screening, wonderful people, and we're ready. As much as they are ready to work with the system, we are ready to clear them. But not on the grounds of putting something on that table, not granting some people fair hearing, because I would like us to grant him fair hearing since he has been running away from it, for people, for Nigerians to know what really happened. Because I wouldn't like any person to be holding that, because this thing has been subject of debate here and there. What happened to the 52 billion? What happened to the... But he is here, and it's our responsibility to find out. So, Mr. President of the Senate, I'm of the opinion so strongly that he has to tell us what really happened, but not here. We have to keep it down a little bit. We're not saying that we're not going to clear him. This is a house that can reconvert at any point. You can even call for an emergency and we'll reconvert. Because we don't like what happened at the last administration, where some people felt that the president was in charge and so many other things were happening out there. We won't take it this time around. We want a situation we hold you responsible from the onset. Since Mr. President has started showing us the right hand, we must follow along that side to make sure that we work with him in that right hand as well. Therefore, Mr. President of the Senate, I'm of the opinion that we hold this down a little bit, and I move a motion that we suspend forthwith this nomination and wait until when this is left, so that you can freely work in our environment and tell Nigerians, I have perfectly done well because this record has been put straight. That my submission, Mr. President. I rest my case.
Distinguished colleagues, the point of order raised by Senator Darlington Wokocha, that in view of Section 88 B of the 1B of the Constitution, which mandates the National Assembly to go ahead and look into the conduct of affairs of any person, authority, or ministry. And where such a person refuses and deliberately stays away from letting the National Assembly do its work, and in view of the fact that this nominee rejected the summons of both the House of Representatives and the Senate, that I do support that this nominee should be stepped down pending when he decides that the National Assembly has that right to inquire into the workings of a minister and his ministry. I so second. Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded. Those who are in support of the motion that the screening of the nominee be stepped down until further inquiries, say aye. Aye. Those who are against, say nay. Distinguished colleagues, Mr. President, point of order. Mr. President, point of order.
So just few hours ago, after FESTUS KEYAMO, celebrated his ministerial nomination, today, the 7th day of August 2023, senators move motion for suspension of Keyamo's ministerial screening. A senator representing Abia Central Senatorial District, Danladi, on Monday, moved the motion for the suspension of the ministerial screening of a ministerial nominee from Delta State known as FESTUS KEYAMO. FESTUS KEYAMO is a junior minister in Buhari's administration, but today FESTUS KEYAMO's screening has been suspended by the upper red chamber. Engineer Baribe, also a senator from the Abia South Senatorial District, seconded Danladi's motion to suspend FESTUS KEYAMO's ministerial screening. The motion was then put to a voice vote by Senate President Godswill Akpabio, but the senators were divided over the matter. The red chamber immediately erupted into a rowdy session. The videos are all over social media. FESTUS KEYAMO is not supposed to be nominated as a senator under Tinubu's, nominated as a minister under Tinubu's administration. So we are going to see how this session will turn out to be, whether Senate is going to confirm his nomination or not. And news are also making the rounds that El-Rufai was also rejected, or his screening was suspended. As of today, Nyesom Wike, former governor of Rivers State, has been confirmed as a minister under Tinubu's government. Oyetola has also been confirmed, and some others. But FESTUS KEYAMO and El-Rufai, their screening was suspended. We don't know why, we don't know how, but let's see how this whole thing will play out. Recall that Mariam Shetty, who was a nominee from Kano State, was replaced by another woman, and Ganduje's wife was mocking her. This is a wide drama. After nominating this woman, to me, I feel Tinubu shouldn't have been nominated her in the first place. Why do you bring her to limelight and then remove her name? The woman is now going into hiding because she's receiving a lot of criticism. Do you think that FESTUS KEYAMO should be confirmed as a minister under Tinubu's government? Do you think that El-Rufai should be confirmed as a minister? Because 2 days ago, when he came up for screening, a senator from Kogi State, raised the motion to suspend his screening because during his time there were a lot of security. During his time as the governor of Kaduna State, there were lots of insecurity in Kaduna State, which he did not handle well. Southern Kaduna, so many Christians, so many people were killed in Southern Kaduna, which El-Rufai was the then governor. He didn't do much. He didn't do he didn't meet up to expectation of the people. So giving him a minister, many people doubt his stewardship. They believe that he's not going to deliver as a minister. So as of today, FESTUS KEYAMO of Delta State, Malam El-Rufai of Kaduna State, their screening have been suspended. Maybe tomorrow or next we'll know what the decision of the Senate is regarding their nomination.